The views expressed are solely those of the speaker and not necessarily those of Paltalk.com, ADM Software, or its advertisers.
News Talk is online. News Talk Online, a production of Paltalk.com, the largest multimedia interactive program on the internet with more than 4 million unique users on demand on iTunes and on YouTube and on my site, GaryBaumgarten.com, where you are encouraged to post your comments, whether you agree with yours truly or not. And thanks to our good friends at CRN, Digital Talk Radio, we're syndicated into 12 million additional households. I'm your host, Gary Baumgarten. Welcome to the show. Well, Barack Obama woke up today to a mere 3 to 4 point lead over John McCain. As of now, the latest polls indicate that he has a mere 1% lead. God knows what kind of a nightmare he will have tonight. And, you know, you would think that at this particular point in time, because there's a lot of attention on the Democratic side of the ticket in terms of news media coverage, because Obama is about to announce no later than Saturday his vice presidential running mate. And on Monday, the Democratic convention begins, so all that should be giving a boost to his campaign, a little energy, a little interest. He shouldn't be sliding right about now, but he indeed is. And now we see McCain, who many people, including a lot of Republicans early on in the primary, were writing off. Now we find McCain breathing down his neck. Now, of course, let me just qualify all this by saying, you know, this is not like watching the Olympics where it really matters who's in the lead right now and a few seconds later and so forth and how many centimeters and all that, because the only poll that really matters, of course, is the general election, the presidential election in November, but it is indicative of trends. And it's got to cause those who are the strategists of the Obama camp to be a little bit concerned, maybe more than a little bit concerned right now. Now, we've been writing about this all day, updating this all day on GaryBaumgarten.com. I want to read a few of your comments that were posted on the blog, and then I want to turn it over to you to talk about this presidential campaign. I wonder if the vice presidential candidates will be chosen because of the qualities they will add to the presidency or because of the popular vote they will bring to push their running mate into the pole position. Well, the answer to that probably is yes, both. Here's an interesting comment. McCain is gaining because a real-life crisis is underway in Georgia. McCain has been decisive, Obama wishy-washy. Voters see who they can really count on when the hotline rings by the president's bed at 3 a.m. Obviously, McCain knows what to do. Obama does not. Now, did I pull any other? No, I didn't pull any other. Oh, listen to this, though. In a related story, a progressive group is concerned about Obama's poll slippage. Adam Liatz, who is the co-director of Progressive Future, and of course, Progressive Future, believe it or not, endorsed Obama for president, is very concerned and says that progressives should not sit back idly and think that Obama is going to win this election. And as a result, his group has just dispatched dozens of organizers into the key states of Colorado, New Hampshire, New Mexico, Nevada, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and Virginia to campaign for Obama. By the way, speaking about the Democratic Convention, a partisan Jewish group wants the invitation to Jimmy Carter, the former president of the United States, pulled. Now, this is the Republican Jewish coalition. Obviously, they're calling on Obama to say, we don't want Jimmy Carter to address the convention on Monday. It's going to fall on deaf ears over there. But what they're trying to do is sound the alarm among Democrats, the Jewish voters, many who tend to vote Democratic, that they ought not to be voting for Obama because Obama, they feel, is not so friendly toward Israel, and they're putting Jimmy Carter up to speak on Monday should cause Jewish voters a little bit of concern. They talk about Jimmy Carter's long history of anti-Israel bias, rendering him unfit to address the Democratic convention. Well, of course, again, this is a Republican group saying this, and so it's really not their place to say whether Jimmy Carter is fit to address the Democratic convention or not. But really what they're trying to do is scare people into thinking, Jewish voters into thinking that maybe they ought to hedge their bets and vote for McCain rather than Obama. And I'm wondering whether that is contributing to the erosion Obama is suffering right now. Let's go to Eric in Iowa. Eric, welcome to News Talk Online on Paltalk.com.
Hey, Gary. I don't think it's anything McCain is doing that Obama is sliding. I think the more and more Obama speaks, the more he just tells the American people, I'm just another American politician, saying what I have to get voted in, appealing to the constituents, and then I'm just another politician at the end of the day.
So wait a minute, are you suggesting that the early support for Obama was because he was the anti-candidate? He really wasn't he was an atypical candidate, and now we're seeing that he is no different than the others, and so some of the shine has eroded off of the finish of the Obama campaign?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. I mean, how many speeches can you give with the word change and not explain what your change is? How many times do the American people have to hear that catchy phrase, yes we can? I mean, it gets tiresome after a while. I mean, it's like a broken record, and I think the more and more he campaigns on this, the more and more he shows he's just